I hope you all are doing well. This week we start work on our next major assignment 3, response essay. The first draft of this essay is due on Blackboard by Friday, 10/16 at midnight. This is more of a traditional essay assignment than we have done before in this class. It asks you to summarize 2 or 3 main points from the podcast that we listened to last week, Protests and the Pandemic by Michelle Obama. Here's the link for the podcast under reading. Summary is a very important aspect to writing successfully in college. A good summary accurately reproduces what someone else has said or written and subtly introduces your opinion. Your choice of what to focus on in your summary is one way to introduce your opinion about the text. For example, I chose this podcast because Michelle Obama finds hope in these difficult times. I think she delivers an optimistic message despite acknowledging the challenges many are facing right now. When I write about this podcast, I tend to focus on how she expresses hope. In your discussion forums, many of you discussed how she brings up essential workers. My point is that you should focus your attention in this essay on the parts of the podcast that you find the most interesting. You can listen to the same podcast as your classmate and write about something very different because your interests are different. To help you figure out how to write a great summary, the reading this week is from our textbook, The Art of Summarizing. It's from Chapter 2. There's a PDF on Blackboard under Readings. And it's Chapter 2 from They Say, I Say, The Art of Summarizing. Do not conduct outside research for this essay. This essay only asks you to summarize what Obama and Norris say in the podcast. Later this week, I will share some resources that will help you in draft 2 as you create structure in your essay. But for this week, just work on developing your ideas through free writing. Writing is rewriting. Just like Major Assignment 2, you should submit 2 drafts and an outline of this assignment before the final draft of Major Assignment 3 is due. The due dates for each draft are clarified right here on Blackboard. I also encourage everyone to go to the writing studio for help at each stage of this essay. Every time you attend a writing studio session, you get 1 point added to the final grade for this essay. For Major Assignment 2, some people got 3 points added to their final grade. Just let me know each time you attend the writing studio so I can add the points. If you need information about the writing studio, you can find it right here under the online tutoring link on Blackboard. This is what you need to do this week. Listen to Protests and the Pandemic again, and take notes on the following. What you think is most interesting, what points you agree or disagree with, and what points are most relevant to your life. Read They Say, I Say, Chapter 2, The Art of Summary. This can be found under Readings. Complete Discussion Forum 7, which asks you to write about some takeaways from Chapter 2, The Art of Summary. What did you find most useful about this? Write about that in discussion forums. Remember to create your own thread of 5 to 7 sentences and also to respond to a classmate's thread in a reply of about 2 to 3 sentences. Journal 7 should also be completed. And this journal asks you to free write for 10 minutes about protests and the pandemic. You should use this free write to develop some ideas along with the advice offered in Chapter 2, The Art of Summary, and the notes you took when you re-listened to Protests and the Pandemic to develop a first draft of Major Assignment 3 response essay. This draft should be 2 pages, double-spaced, Times New Roman, 12-point font. I hope that your semester is going well. Please reach out to me via email with questions or to schedule an individual conference via phone or Blackboard Collaborate.